Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever video on this brand new channel. So, first things first, let me just introduce myself for those of you who might know me, might not know me, whatever it may be. So, my name is Carson Johns. I have been doing YouTube for the past 7 years of my life. I've basically been doing it since I was a little child. I do real estate currently, that is my main gig. And I also have just done a ton of business ventures throughout my entire life. So basically, I've just been working from a very young age doing a bunch of random stuff. But I've loved it. I love YouTube. I love real estate. I love business. I love every single thing about everything I do, which is very refreshing. It's super, super nice. Just so you know, I'm going to be looking up here to the top right of my screen every so often, just because I have a few notes of things I want to talk about, so make sure I hit everything in this video. As you can probably tell at this point, there's going to be no jump cuts. There's going to be very, very little editing, if any. These first few videos especially, there's not going to be any editing whatsoever. This is kind of just a place for me to sit down and talk with you guys, answer some questions, and kind of do some of the stuff I really enjoy doing, and just kind of helping people get through things, which is some of the stuff I can't do on my main channel, because the main channel videos, they have to be very, very structured. That's kind of where it's more entertainment. This one is not going to be entertainment. It's not going to be for dopamine, none of that. This is literally just for education and more for me. I really don't care if anyone watches any of these. It's more for me because it's something I enjoy doing, just talking, helping people out. And hey, if there's 5 people watching these videos on a consistent basis, I'm happy. That's genuinely all I want to do. So yeah, kind of like I talked about, we're just going to go into a bunch of random stuff on this channel. If there's anyone watching this, I'm not really going to promote this to my main channel until months down the line, and I'll talk about why that is here in just a second. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. I'm more than happy to talk about any of the subjects you have. I'll research them, do all the research just so you can have an easy, digestible video for you to follow and hopefully learn something from. So, why am I making this channel in the first place? What's the point of this? Why am I diverting my attention from the main things I'm already doing to do this? So, I actually have a course coming out at this point, this very moment of you watching this video, and for the next, it's February 29th right now, for the next, I don't even know, probably 7 months is going to take me. There's not going to be anything you could buy. I'm not going to be selling a single thing. I literally just want to help you. From there, I'm making a course. I've been working on it for the past almost 3 months at this point, 2 or so months, nonstop. It's going to be my baby. It's literally going to be my child. But as of right now, not a single thing to sell you. Really, I just want to help people out. That's what the name of the game is going to be. This channel will kind of be going over some of the stuff I'm learning while developing my course, kind of show you behind the scenes and just answering questions, kind of portraying some of the information I want or I do learn while creating my course for free for you guys on this channel. I'm going to try to make it as great as possible. I don't know how consistent I'm going to be. This is kind of just something I'm going to do whenever I have time. My main priority right now are the things I kind of talked about, my main YouTube channel, my real estate, and this course that I'm building. So those are kind of the main things I'm going to be focusing on, but I want to start this because I think it'll be a great thing, and I love just talking to you guys on a heart-to-heart. So, what are we going to cover in this video? I don't know what I titled this. I haven't planned out literally anything. About 2 minutes ago, I sat down, made a little list of things I want to talk about, and that's it. That's about the extent of the planning I've done for this video. So, what we're going to talk about today is something I like to call the essential few. So, what is the essential few? My version or my understanding of what I believe the essential few to be is the things that really drive what you do on a day-to-day basis. It's going to be how you function, why you operate, and the things you're going to be putting your focus and energy on in a day-to-day basis. Your focus and energy are the most important thing. That is the most important thing, and it's the only thing you can get back. Sure, money and stuff like that, that's amazing, right? But your focus and energy is the currency that you exchange for money, right? So let's say you have 24 hours a day, which we all do. We all have the exact same amount of time in a day. So how is it that some people are making $10 an hour, versus some people are making $100,000 an hour, 24 hours a day, rather than just the 8-hour period that most people are making that $10,000. It's because they have figured out what their essential few are. These people who are making this $10 per hour, they don't know what they want in life. It's a little bit harsh, but they don't know what they want in life. They've never sat down and really figured out, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I'm going to put all my energy in. Right now, they're probably working at a fast food place. And if that's you watching this video, that's completely okay. We all start in a different point, and we've all been there. Every single person has been there. Freaking Jeff Bezos has been there. He's been in that exact same situation you're in, where he's making hardly any money, doesn't know what he wants to do, right? It's literally just the name of the game. So if you're in that situation, that's completely okay. And this is going to be the first step to kind of get you to where you want to be in life. So those people are making $10 an hour. They have no idea what they want to do in life. So how did these people who are making $100,000 an hour every single day get to that point? It's because they sat down and figured out the things they enjoy doing, the things that they're good at, and they made those their top priority. They based everything they do around those 3 objectives, right? So what can you do? And how do you get to that point? Sure, you can figure out those 3 things, but how is that done? So let me kind of tell you a little bit of my story and how I got here. Let me tell you a little story time here. Little story time action. So when I was, around 16 or so I've been doing YouTube for 3 to 4 years at this point. I've been doing YouTube for quite some time. I made some good money at this point. I've had 2 investment properties, I believe. I was doing pretty good. I was doing very, very good for my age. But here's the thing. When you're someone like me, for example, and probably a lot of you watching this video, if you're still watching this, 7 minutes into this very probably boring video, you have something in you where you strive for something better, right? No matter what you're doing, you want to be growing and striving for something better. It's amazing. It's an amazing quality to have, but it's also a very, very tiring quality to have. It's draining because no matter where you're at in life, it's hard to be comfortable, right? And a lot of people think, oh, when I make $10,000 a month, that's when I'll be comfortable. That'll be plenty of money. I won't have to do any more. But once you get to that $10,000 a month, you're not going to be comfortable. No, not one bit. You're going to be striving for more and more every single day. You're going to be like, you know what, this 10,000, that's not as much as I really thought it would be. I want 20,000. I want 40,000. It's just going to keep growing and growing. And that's kind of the point I was at. I was this young kid. I was making a lot of money for my age. I had everything I wanted. I bought my dream car at the time, blah, blah, blah. But I was unsatisfied. So what did I do? Kind of what everyone would believe for me to do in that situation. I would go and find my next little business venture. I would think, okay, so what can I do now to kind of get me off the ground, get me motivated again, get me ready to make more money, hopefully. So I started looking at other people, started watching YouTube videos. I found streaming, I found business ideas, side hustles, blah, 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 all this different stuff. And unlike a lot of people, I actually started trying all of these. Some people will just see and be like, oh, okay, cool. But they can't pick a certain object that they want to focus on and actually go all in on. Me, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try all of these. And once one starts doing good, I'll just go all in on that one with YouTube at the same time. That's not how it works. Here's the thing. When you're doing any of these different business ventures, streaming, blah, 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 any of these things, these side hustles, there are people who are going to go all in on each of these things. So how do you expect to be successful when you're giving it 10% of your time while trying these 9 other business ventures at the same time when someone's giving it 100% of their time? You're not going to be able to. So what I didn't realize at this time is the business ventures I was looking at, I was basing it off of other people, seeing how they were successful, see what they were doing. But that doesn't mean I would really enjoy doing it, right? Here's another example. When I was 18, this is just like a year or 2 ago, I found out about SMMA. Probably something a lot of you guys know about if you're watching this and are in the self-help space. SMMA. A lot of people know about it. Social media marketing agency. I see some big YouTubers. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is it. This is going to be my next big thing. So I started working on it. I kind of put YouTube to the side for a little bit. I started going all in on SMMA. Long story short, I hated it. I really did not enjoy it. I felt kind of scummy, which, yeah, I'm helping people, but at the same time, it just wasn't what I enjoyed doing. It was helping people indirectly. And at the end of the day, most people just aren't satisfied. No matter what you provide to them in SMMA, they're not satisfied, which is kind of the unfortunate truth. So I felt kind of helpless, and I stopped doing that. Completely okay. But what is the common occurrence between the two of these things? It's that I saw what other people were doing and tried to base what I was going to do off of them. When in reality, we all have different strong points. We all have different strengths. We all have different interests, which is what makes us human, which is why we're so amazing and why we have a fully functioning world going on. Semi-fully functioning world. Is because we all enjoy doing different things, and that's what we need to do to have a thriving ecosystem. In an ecosystem, you have little maggots who are eating freaking poo in the dirt, and then you have lions. You think if that maggot could choose to be a lion, it would? Yeah, it probably would. But without those maggots, or I don't know what eats poo, dog. Is it maggots? I don't even know. But without those little things that are biodegrading the poo and stuff in the world, if all those were lions, that's gonna be a pretty crappy life. It's gonna be poo everywhere, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need everyone to be functioning in different parts, which is why God made us with a bunch of different interests, passions, and what we're good at. So since I was trying to be something I'm not, I was a maggot trying to be a lion, of course I'm not gonna be happy. Of course I'm not gonna be successful. Sorry about that, brief little intermission, got interrupted. So this is hecka edited video, you know what I'm saying? So, like I was talking about, obviously, since I'm trying to be something I'm not and trying to act like I have interest in places that I do not have interests in or things that I'm not good at, obviously I'm not going to be successful in it compared to the people who are going all in, who are naturally more talented at it, and people who enjoy it more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to happen. So that's kind of my story, where I was at. At this point, I kind of realized, okay, I have to figure out what I'm good at and what I like doing. Otherwise, I'm never going to be successful in the field I'm in. So I took a step back. I took a step back from everything I was doing, and I sat down at my computer. It doesn't have to be computer. You could do writing it down, whatever you want, and literally wrote out every single thing I'm interested in and every single thing I'm good at. That's it. Once I wrote those two things down, I sat and looked at the list. And I started connecting the dots. I started saying, okay, so what jobs correlate with these things that I've written down here? What job overlaps as many of these different traits I listed out and things I enjoy about myself? And I found a few different answers, right? So a few of the big ones, and really is kind of what leads us here today, is I really, really love helping people. That's just one of the biggest things, and I think it's one of the most fulfilling things. And I think fulfillment is one of the most amazing things in the entire world. Feeling fulfilled is just a feeling unlike no other, which is why I don't understand how people scam. But hey, that's a whole different conversation. Whole different conversation. So, let me just take a look. So that's kind of where I've really found my passion, right? I found that passion in what I really could see myself doing till the day I die, right? So I sat there and thought, okay, so there's these few different jobs. Which one of these would I do for the rest of my life, even if I was barely getting paid any money? What would I choose to do? Or if I was making plenty of money, making the same amount doing any of these jobs, which one would I do? Right? So I stumbled upon a community. Making a community to help young men like myself who are just average people. Dude, I'm just a normal freaking dude. I went to school, I grew up the exact same. I did sports growing up, the exact same things everyone else did. I'm not special in any way. I grew up in a normal house, like a middle class house. It's definitely not crappy by any means. I lived a great life, but like just normal. One word to describe me is normal. I procrastinate sometimes. I struggle with things sometimes. I wake up and get on my phone and watch social media for a while at a time. I'm literally so normal. It's hard to build habits, literally just like every single other person. And I think that's why it's so amazing that I might be able to get some people who also feel so normal, get a big group of these people and make a community out of them. These people who are so normal but want to be better and want to find that thing they're so passionate about and make money and live their life that they want to live. Right? And I thought this is literally something I could do even if I was getting paid no money. And so that's how I knew. Right? It overlapped with so many of my goals. Build a community, build a course inside that community to help teach people, do classes inside that community, do coaching calls, everything like that to help people become the best versions of themselves. Just be that resource. Build up a friendship with all of these people. That's really what motivates me. And that's kind of how I stumbled upon where we're at today. Because I sat down and figured out my essential few and the things that I want to be doing for the rest of my life, what I'm good at, and what I'm passionate about. So, you might be asking yourself right now, yo, Carson, you handsome little man. How do I find my essential few? I'm kind of in the same boat as you where I don't know what to do. I have all these things on my mind. I'm seeing all these people doing SMMA, dropshipping, TikTok affiliate, all of this. How do I know what I want to do? It's really very straightforward. I just want you to do the exact same thing I did. I want you to sit down, whether it's on your computer, whether it's on a piece of paper, write down every single thing you enjoy doing and every single thing you're good at. A lot of the time they're going to be the same things because most of the time people enjoy the things they're good at, but just write down a list of each of them and then start doing exactly what I did, connecting the dots between the two. Oh, there's a job like this. Maybe it's, I actually had someone DM me the other day saying, I'm in college, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to go to college anymore. Blah, blah, blah. I said, what are you interested in? What are the things you like doing? What could you see yourself doing as a career? He goes, yeah, I want to be like a sports commentator. I was like, that's awesome. So, did some quick research because I have no idea how to become a sports commentator. I've never looked into it in my life, and I'm not going to act like I know everything. I'm not going to lie to this young man. So I did a little bit of research, looked at it for a while. So it looks like you need a communication, journalism degree, stuff like that. But a degree. But he told me he doesn't necessarily enjoy college. So I thought, what other routes can you take, right? You always got to think outside the box. He doesn't like college, but he wants to get into sports. So I thought, oh, Barstool Sports. They're a sports thing. They're kind of a younger company. They probably hire people without degrees. So I looked for a few jobs on Barstool Sports. They have interns, things like that. So I told him, hey, there's Barstool Sports. Go try to find a remote job, or if you live in an area where they're hiring in person, go try to find that. Find something you're good at, see what jobs they're looking for, and try to develop some of the skills there. Even if it's not the exact sports commentator job you're looking for, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid, none of that. Find that job and work your way up into the company into something you want to be doing. We're at such a young age and we have so much time, and time is so valuable that you can really do anything you want with or without a degree. Obviously, there's some exceptions like doctor and things like that. But just work yourself up in the ranks. Don't be trying to make as much money as possible right now. Find the thing you're passionate about and figure out your game plan and your path to get to that point you want to be at with or without college. That's what it comes down to. So do that exact same thing. That's going to be your action. I'm going to make you do some action because I know right after you click off this video, you're going to forget and go on to the next video. It's just what happens, right? And who knows how many people are watching this. Honestly, I'm expecting this to get 0 views. But you know what? I do not care at the end of the day. But for those of you who are watching this, if any of you are still watching at this point, my action step for you, sit down, list out the things you enjoy and the things you're good at, figure out a career path for there, and take action. Once you can learn how to take action, your life is going to be changed for the better. So, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. My first ever video. How much I'm going to post, I got no idea, to be honest with you. But really, I just hope you guys all find your passion and go for it. Because there is nothing else in the world that feels better than finding that thing you want to do and making it a reality. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this one. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below any other questions you have, anything you want me to talk about, and subscribe. And who knows, maybe when the course comes out, you'll want to take a look at it. And I would love to see you inside. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good one.